Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome to day 17 of the Geek Cupboard's Fes-tea-ve Advent Countdown 2022. So here we are back again with the wonderfully wiggly tea advent calendar. Let's open it up and find gigantic tea door number 17, shall we? So where are you? Gigantic tea door number 17. You're over there. Okay, right, this might be quite tricky to actually get into a decent kind of position on camera because the arm, I've got kind of like a supporting arm thing that's holding my camera up in the sky over there. The arm for that is kind of clamped onto the desk down here, and then it goes up over here. So I can't move this bit of the calendar down toward me here because it's going to bang into the arm that's holding my camera up in the sky. So hang on, how are we going to do this? I might just have to kind of, hang on. We'll do it like that, look, and I'll kind of try and lean it in. There we go, look, we worked it out in the end, problem solving. So that is our door, and the goal says, join a team. Okay. Somebody did point out in the comments on one of the previous videos, they did say, oh crikey, this advent calendar is getting quite demanding. I mean, yeah, okay, join a team. If I join a team, plant a tree, take up a new hobby. Day 24 is something like, give me your soul. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Do you know what? I've got an idea for this. I'm not likely to join like a sporting team or a quiz team or anything because that's not going to happen really. So I'll say we've all joined a team. We've joined Team Geek Cupboard. Oh, that was terribly cheesy, but that's fine. We're all part of a team. We're all part of the team that comes to the Geek Cupboard and just enjoys all the nonsense that goes on therein. So do you know what? That will do. I'll go for that for join a team because I can't see myself joining any other kind of team if I'm being completely honest. Because again, it's one of those things where if I were to go and join a team that did a thing, whether it was, a football team, which I wouldn't do because I'm not very good at football anymore. But, anything like a quiz team or, a chess team or whatever, then I'd have less time to do other stuff, including less time to do Geek Cupboardy things, and that would be sad. So, okay, we'll just say that we're all part of Team Geek Cupboard, and that will do the job. So there we go. We've joined a team. Hooray, we've all completed that goal. Goers. Let's open the little door up. Okay, so what do we have? Ready for today's inspirational quote. Follow your dreams, and the tea will follow. I like these. That is very good. Yes, very profound indeed. So black tea in a bag. It's in a green packet. What do we have in store today? Irish breakfast. Okay, no messing around with this stout blend. Okay, see where we're going with this one. This Hall, is that what it says? This Hall of Famer. Oh, sorry, right, yes. This Hall of Famer is rich and full-bodied with a frank aroma, perfect with a splash of milk and paired with a hearty breakfast to get the day going. Okay. I can't do the hearty breakfast bit because it's kind of coming up to midday, but yeah, we can go and do the tea, certainly. So yeah, I imagine with a stout blend, it's going to have a kind of a stouty, I'm not going to say the word Guinness, but it might have a kind of a sort of a stouty feel to it, in terms of stout as in the drink. Okay, I like the sound of it. Yeah, I haven't got the breakfast to go with it, unfortunately. That'd be quite nice, but there we go, never mind. I've got some lovely tea to have. But of course, before we can have the tea, we have to go to the kettle. And here we are with our lovely freshly brewed cup of Irish breakfast tea, and I did add a little dash of milk as recommended on the tea bag packet, so that's why it looks like that. So it was a black tea, but of course I've added a tiny bit of milk, and now it looks like that. So, to look at it, it looks to me like a regular cup of tea. If I'd have made, say, a cup of Yorkshire tea or a cup of Yorkshire Gold, it would look like that, because typically I put milk into Yorkshire Gold or Yorkshire tea. So this looks to me like a normal cup of tea. And then if I smell this, it just smells like a normal cup of tea. Again, it could just be a cup of Yorkshire Gold or Yorkshire tea or whatever. So I think maybe it's all going to be in the taste. So here we go. Let's have a taste and see if I can figure out why it's an Irish breakfast tea as opposed to just a lovely cup of tea. So here we go. Let's have a taste. Okay. I'm going to say again, I said it about what it looks like, and I said it about what it smells like. It tastes like a normal cup of tea. It doesn't taste any kind of stoutier, if that's the phrase. I don't know. It doesn't taste any kind of different to quite a nice cup of tea. It doesn't taste fruity or anything like that, or floral. It just tastes like a regular, ordinary cup of black tea. A little bit like, yes, if you were to have, say, a cup of Yorkshire tea. It's not quite Yorkshire Gold standard, because that is very good tea. That's got really good sort of flavours to it. But, yeah, it's a really good cup of tea. It's okay, but I don't know why it's Irish. I don't know why it's Irish breakfast tea. I was expecting it to have a bit of a kind of a stouty sort of a taste to it. Yeah, the drink stouty stuff. But I don't think it does. Hang on, let's go in for some more. No, it's just a cup of tea. It's just quite a nice cup of tea. I mean, yeah, it's not spectacular, but it's not bad. It is a lovely cup of tea. I mean, that's good. I like that because I like a nice cup of tea and I like trying all teas, and this one is quite good. But it's I don't know why it would be kind of called Irish breakfast. It just seems to be a regular cup of tea. I mean, if you gave me a cup of this and then a cup of, say, English breakfast tea, I'm not sure I could tell the difference. It tastes very similar. So, okay, there we go. Whatever the case, we have a lovely cup of tea. I mean, it's nice because it's quite warming. It's very chilly out and about at the minute. And I was just out posting some Christmas cards. So it's quite nice to come back in and have some lovely warm tea. Because, yeah, it's a bit nippy out there. It's all still very snowy and cold and frosty. And the temperatures still haven't really crept above zero for a while. So, yeah, it's quite nice to have some warm tea to hold on to. So there we go. Got some lovely tea. It's nice and warm. Let's go over to today's question, which comes from Crystals for You. And they say, you've shared before that your geek cupboard is full of wonderfully geeky things. I am curious, have you made any of the models in your cupboard? And if so, which is your favourite? Okay, so there are quite a lot of geeky things in the geek cupboard. I mean, it's not a very big room. It's not a very big space at all, as we've established. But yeah, it's got a good number, I would say, of geeky things in, lots of which are showcased in the Inside the Geek Cupboard videos, exclusively available to Patreons and YouTube members, selfless plug. Yeah, so yeah, they do get showcased off in those videos, which are available to Patrons and YouTube members. But yeah, there's lots in here. So, I mean, just looking around, if I sort of look around a little bit from here, from where I'm sat, I mean, I'm not going to give an exhaustive list, but there's a Mass Effect ship model, there are Zelda figurines, there's a Zelda mask, there's a Zelda shield, there's the infamous googly-eyed pufferfish. If you don't know about it, don't ask. There are board games, there's some geeky pictures, there's a geeky clock, there's a drinking horn. There are many, many geeky things all around the place. I mean, some stuff's tucked away in drawers and some stuff's out and about on shelves and things. But, I'm looking around, which is why my voice might be sounding a little bit weird because I'm moving my head about. But, yeah, there are many things. There's a little kind of sort of Mario Kart toy thing up there. There's lots of sort of artwork from the kids as well. Not geeky, but, I like that in there as well. And there's, sort of a geeky pick tree type thing and a geeky thing that needs to be hung on the wall that I haven't done yet and it's been there for ages. So, yeah, there's a lot of things in here. But the question does say, I'm curious, have you made any of the models in your cupboard? And I suppose the answer technically is yes, but not in the way you would think. So I've not sort of handcrafted anything in here. I've not kind of gone to my workshop with a piece of wood and used wood cutting things and a lathe and other wood tools and turned it into some sort of beautiful creation that now lives in the geek cupboard. The things I have made that I think we can put sort of made into air quotes. Things I've made would be the Lego things in here. There's quite a few little Lego-y bits and bobs, and there's some stuff that the kids have made and such. But there's sort of three main Lego things. So there is a Lego TARDIS, which is wonderful. I like that. And there's a Lego Ghostbusters Ecto-1, so the kind of the white famous Ghostbuster car. And then there is the gigantic Lego Ghostbusters Firehouse, which is very big. It's a huge, big thing. But that's kind of it. They're the only things I would say I've made. But I mean, I still did make those. When those things arrived, when the Lego things arrived, when I got them, they were in pieces, as Lego tends to be. They were just in, many bags in different little bits. So I did make them, but I didn't sort of handcraft anything. So, I mean, yeah, that sort of meets the brief of the question, doesn't it? But yeah, so the Lego ones, I mean, yeah, the TARDIS is only little. It's probably not too far off the sort of height of that sort of the mug there. It's not a huge thing. It's quite clever, the TARDIS one, because it's got the TARDIS, you can sort of make it into the police box shape, but then you can kind of take the roof off and fold the doors out, and then you clip on the inside of the TARDIS. So the doors at the front are there, and then you can kind of go in. It's got the control panel and the kind of hexagon shaped thing. So that's quite fun. I do quite like that. It's not hexagon, it's octagon, isn't it? So I quite like that. That's quite a fun thing, but it's not very big. And then again, the sort of Lego Ghostbuster car is sort of so big, possibly, but that didn't take that long to put together. However, the gigantic Lego Ghostbuster Firehouse, that did take quite a long time. That took a very long time to put together. I got that when I was feeling, this was before the channel. I think the channel might have been an idea in my mind, but I don't think it existed. I wasn't going through a happy place. Bad things had happened. And yeah, myself and Mrs. Penge were I think we were buying something for the boy. And I went, oh, that'd be great. And then she went, do you know what? Get it. Do it. Get it. Get the Ghostbusters Firehouse. Go and do it now. Go and do it now, please. And so I got it there and then. So, yeah, that's sort of really at the insistence of Mrs. Penge, because I don't think I'd have got it myself, because, it's quite big, and because it's Lego and there's a lot of it, it was relatively expensive. But, it helped. It really helped. It sounds a bit silly, really, but, at points, because I was feeling a little bit naff at the time, I kind of, was able to focus on that, and I just came down and did a little bit of that every day, and just, sort of went, oh, okay, here we go. Just do, another half an hour fixing some bits together, because, it took a while to get done. It was in thousands of pieces and lots of little kind of special bits, and there's a lot of like intricate bits where you do the brickwork and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was good to put together, but that was the only thing I kind of would have assembled. Actually, no, that's not true. I made my chair. I put my chair together again. Flat pack type job. It arrived in more or less complete. I had to sort of bolt it together. Although I am going to be looking for a new chair, because this one unfortunately isn't the comfiest of chairs. It's okay, it does the job, but it is a little bit creaky. Which hang on, if I lean back, you might be able to hear the creakiness. Oh, it's sort of like that. It makes a bit too much noise now. It didn't, but I mean, I've had it 2.5 years. But yeah, the seat bit isn't as comfy as I would like. And given that I sit here to do all these videos, and then I sit also in this same seat to do my actual work stuff when I'm working from home, it's not that comfy. It's not that comfy. There's points where you can see where some of the metal kind of framework is poking up. The seat's got so thin now, I think, that it's the metal framework's poking up into the sort of the fabric of the seat. You can see like lumps in it. So I do need to get a new seat. I do need to get a new chair. But I did put this together. I did actually put this together. I made it from all the different bits that arrived. So yeah, I sort of made that. But I don't think there's anything else. I don't do like crafting stuff. I don't know how to make things. I don't know how to make anything really. So if you said, here you go, here's some, I don't know, like an old pallet or something, you can make, I don't know, a lovely shelving unit or a display unit. I wouldn't really know how. I don't know how to fix the bits together or how to chop the bits or anything like that. It just doesn't happen. I mean, over lockdown, people did quite a lot of that. People did a lot of sort of crafting of things. I know, so Mrs. Penge's dad, so my father-in-law, he got like a sort of a pallet-y thing, and he made mud kitchens. He just had this spare wood, and he made little sort of outside play mud kitchens, one for our house, and then one for their house when all the kids go over to their place. And it's got like sort of it's got a base bit and a back bit, kind of like that, and it's got like a shelf underneath, and it's got hooks where you can hang all the different stuff, and a bit where you could put like a sink and you could have water in it, and it's really good. And he also made like this sort of table thing that then sort of transformed into a seat, and that was very impressive. And it was I couldn't do that. I wouldn't even know where to begin, wouldn't know how to bolt two bits together. I can probably use nails just about, but anything moving would be quite tricky. So yeah, I'm not sort of a sort of a handy, crafty person. So I think really, that's kind of all I've made. I'm looking around. I mean, most of the stuff is bought in. Most stuff is kind of purchased in. So I can't see anything that I can claim to have made, I'm afraid. Nothing that I can say I've made. So there we go. So, I mean, long answer short, yes, I have made some of the models in the Geek Cupboard, but they are Lego models. So all I did was kind of follow instructions and put them together. I didn't necessarily sort of craft it myself from hand with my own vision and my own ideas, but I did take the time to put things together. So yeah, hopefully that's okay as an answer to your question. But yeah, there we go. I think, I can't claim to have made anything in here. If I did, it would be probably, again, just looking around, one last quick look, it would be a very tenuous claim to have crafted anything. So yeah, there we go. Lego is about the most we're going to get after that. So there we go. Hopefully that answered the question. And I think we can finish things up. So I've got my lovely, if maybe not as Irish as I was expecting, cup of tea, and we've answered the question. So yeah, I think we can wrap things up. So for now, thank you very much for joining me on day 17 of the Fes-tea-ve Advent Countdown 2022, and I will see you next time. Move out of the way, friend. I'm going to completely ignore you and do some comment moderating. Kung Fu Croquet. Maria, you've broken my heart. There you go, some more flowers that I stored on the back of my pants. Lovely. There we go. As you can see, I'm having the wildest of times. Enormous banana mask.